Imagine that you are so good at dropshipping that you turn your store into a literal money printer. But that seems so impossible because most dropshippers struggle with getting even 10 sales in a week. What if I told you that there's already a strategy out there that will help you drive thousands of customers to your store? All you need to do is copy it. In this video, I'll be telling you what that strategy is, how you can implement it into your own store and bring in so many sales that you won't be able to handle them. It will tell you that for your dropshipping store to get sales, you need to have the nicest website, the fastest shipping, etc., etc. But dropshipping really narrows down to one single thing: your pipeline. Your pipeline is going to be a list of steps that you follow to reach your store's end goal, which is obviously to sell a product. Once you focus on getting the sale, you will see the results. That's because the pipeline is going to tell you exactly what to do and how to do it, from marketing to closing the sale. And this is the best pipeline I've used to bring in tons of sales to my own stores. Marketing is the starting point of your pipeline, and it's what dropshippers usually struggle with most. That's because there are dozens of challenges with paid advertising platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. They're usually way too expensive when you're starting out, and you need a ton of experience in metrics and data analysis just to even see results. The best course of action would be to invest some money into an ad campaign that you are absolutely sure will drive sales to your store. This all comes down to planning. Before you start your own campaign, you should have already done your own research into what makes a good ad, but this takes a lot of time. You're pouring all of your energy into research, and this could lead to burnout really fast. That's why I like to use online tools that can help take some of that weight off my shoulders. One tool that I found is Viral Ecom Ads, which I've been using to source ads. They have an ad package called Viral Ecom Creators, where you can work with the best UGC creators and pick the ones that fit in your price range. Right now, your main focus at this stage of the pipeline is to get your store in front of as many people as possible. So you need the punchiest ad, one that gets your audience to stop scrolling and click instantly. The most effective ads I've seen beginners use are UGC ads. Even stores that are just starting out can make thousands in sales overnight with the right UGC ad. Now, for those that don't know, UGC stands for user generated content, and it usually involves partnering with a content creator to review or even sponsor your product. Now, the whole reason why UGC works so well is because people will resonate so much better with a product when they see someone else that is using it in their everyday life. When I first started using UGC content for my ad campaigns, I went ahead and sent my product samples to the creator with our packaging, and I asked them to make custom content for me. They went ahead and accepted and sent me some raw video footage, which I brought to my editors to make a finalized video. But I didn't try to instantly start an ad campaign with those videos. Now, most businesses that are running ads, they'll just throw their ads into a campaign without knowing if they work or not. They waste thousands and thousands of dollars on ad testing, but there's actually a risk-free alternative that I've been using. So what I do is I just upload my UGC videos onto TikTok and Instagram Reels. No campaigns, just straight onto my brand's TikTok account. And what happened is that those videos instantly went viral. And because they went viral, I knew people liked seeing those ads. So what I did was I was able to repurpose those ads into actual paid ad campaigns, which all ended up being very high converting, winning creatives that I still use to this day. Now, for some reason, despite how effective UGC is, some dropshippers still avoid it or they don't use it. It's usually just because they're too lazy to reach out and find these creators, or maybe they're worried because they don't have a big budget to sponsor that. If you don't want to work with a UGC creator, that's totally fine, because you can make your own content too. This can be pretty hard to get the hang of if it's your first time filming an ad, but here's a quick crash course. So convince your viewers that they need your product without being too salesy. Remember, this is UGC content. You have to sell the product to them as authentically as possible, and you cannot do this with a sales pitch. Let's take a look at a really good UGC TikTok ad by this company, Gel Blasters.
Not only do our XL hoppers hold 1,000 gellets, but our smaller hoppers make for great target practice. Come on.
Yeah, so as you can see, quite a simple ad. It's only about 11 seconds long, and it's showcasing the product in use, UGC style. The guy's reviewing the product and then showcasing it. And this type of content is so great because it's what the customer expects when they get the product. It's not a super edited 4K, 8K video. It's literally an iPhone video showcasing the product. So this company runs dozens of other UGC videos as a part of their ad campaigns, if you just take a look at their Facebook ad library. So you'd imagine that it'd be driving their store tons of success. So if we break it down, they're able to repurpose viral organic content and use it to bring in even more sales. And now they're even selling it in big retail stores like Target and Walmart. Take a page out of these companies' strategies and start your own UGC campaign, and then you can move on to the next part of the pipeline. One of the worst ways to end up losing a sale is when your customer gets confused and ends up clicking off your website. They can't find any product support, shipping information, and more, so they just get frustrated. That's why customer service is one of the most important components of our pipeline. There are many ways you can improve your customer service. One method is to do it all yourself, but this can be really tiring and you'll use up all your time. time. Now, another way is to hire from overseas. You can do this on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr, and you can hire VAs overseas to cut costs, but to ensure that you aren't compromising on the quality due to a potential language barrier, make sure to hire within the Philippines or South America. But if you're not experienced with running a team, you might find the whole hiring process really difficult. You would have to onboard, train, and then assist your new hires for a few months, and that could be even more stressful. Personally, I would recommend using Vok AI instead. Now, Vok AI is just a tool that can be used to interact with customers who have questions or need more information before making a final purchase. It's an AI-driven tool that can help your customers through voice or chat, and it's available 24/7. Realistically, you would spend a fraction of the amount of time you would have if you hired someone, and it doesn't need to sleep or rest. And what's really cool is it can guide customers through the whole buying process. It can also provide extra product information and even upsell or cross-sell by recommending related products based on the customer's interactions with it. And that's mainly just because Vok AI isn't like other chatbots that you find on the market. It's a virtual agent, so its conversational skills are almost impossible to tell apart from a human's. It can help your customers with more advanced issues instead of having your customers click on a list of prompts on the screen. So when your customer is closing the sale, your virtual agent is right there with them, helping them along the way. Now that you have closed the sale, you might think that this is the end of the pipeline, but that is not the case. Because once a purchase is finished, you need to make sure that you can actually send out the order. Once you got a steady stream of customers coming in, you need to make sure that your orders are being sent efficiently, or else you just run the risk of sending orders late and having a line of angry customers to have to deal with. You'd be accused of fraud or theft, and you'd have your whole store shut down for good. So you need to make sure that you're sending orders out quickly. This might sound easy, but hundreds of dropshippers struggle with sourcing their products, and that's because they don't have any tools in place to help them. It gets exhausting having to check on inventory every day, send out orders manually, and ask your suppliers for more products. When I first started dropshipping, I had to fulfill orders manually. That meant that I had to input every single customer's shipping info every single time they wanted to buy a product. That literally sounds like a proven method to descend it into insanity. So I started using a tool called Oberlo, but as you guys probably know, they no longer exist. So I ended up finding a better alternative called AutoDS. All I had to do was switch on a feature in the settings. Now, every time an order comes in, AutoDS automatically fills it for me. And what's really great is that using this tool helps me automate my new product listings on my dropshipping store as well, so that my inventory is always updated without any effort on my end. I can send any product link or any image to their team, and they'll source it to me and ship directly to my customers with custom packaging and branding. They even handle price and stock adjustments in real time, so that you never sell out of stock items in your store and risk tricking your customers into paying for a product that they can never receive. Because your store is always being updated and you send out your orders in time, all your customers will slowly start to trust your store more and more. The absolute worst thing a store can do is destroy their customers' trust by having them deal with fulfillment issues. And with tools like AutoDS handling the logistics, you can focus more on improving your store and less on the management side. Now that your customers have bought your product, you can move on to the bottom of the pipeline. Following up with your customers can be one of the most neglected parts of the pipeline, but it is extremely important. This is because convincing a past customer to buy from you is much easier compared to making a completely new customer interested into your store. You have to make it as easy as possible for your past customers to buy from your store again, and to do that, you have to stay in contact with them. If not, your customer will have forgotten all about your store. Even if they wanted to buy something from you, they'd rack their brain trying to figure out what the hell the name of your store is. So you have to stay in contact. By far the best way to do that is by collecting your customer's email and then using that to send them emails about your store. By adding a 10 to 15% off order pop-up for your customer as an email opt-in, you can set your customers up for a welcome series. That way, you slowly convince them to make more purchases over the long run. And you can even send out welcome emails and discount campaigns, especially for the high seasons like Black Friday, holidays, etc. The best part about keeping your customers' emails is that you can make it infinitely easier for them to recommend new people to your store. So once your customer's order has arrived, encourage them to refer you to a friend. You can even set up a special discount, like if they refer 5 friends to your store, they get 10% off, and the possibilities are virtually endless. Tools like AutoDS and Vok AI can make the process even more efficient. Using those tools, you can provide your customers with continued support, track delivery status, and handle any post-purchase issues. Because if your customer doesn't have any post-purchase support, they'll just end up feeling frustrated, or even worse, they'll just cancel their order and ask for a refund. But if you build a solid pipeline, your customers will never get confused, and their buying experience will be smoother than ever. And the smoother that your pipeline is, the more sales that you get. And that's the strategy that you need to get thousands of sales. If you want to learn how to find dropshipping products that will make you $3,000 plus per day, then check out this video where I show you how to find those winning products in only 10 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video. Peace.